Welcome back to KOTOR 2.
Yeah, something wrong?
Yeah, I was hoping we could talk. There are some questions.
Go ahead and ask.
What happened between you and Hanar?
I didn't kill him once. Biggest mistake ever. Shoot. I'm good at finding...
Where did the trash compactor go? There we go. Now stay the fuck still, I have Yeah, okay. Now, just gonna go talk with Mira.
Yeah. Alright.
What happened between you and Hanhar?
I didn't kill him once. Biggest mistake ever.
What do you mean?
Do you really want to hear this?
Yes, I'd like to know what happened.
Well, Hanhar and me go way back, in the worst possible way. He's from some forest planet on the Outer Rim where Zerka had set up one of their slaving operations.
Do you know the name of his homeworld?
I don't remember the name. Something with too many K's and Y's. Sounds like you're gargling Ronto spit when you say it.
Do you know what species he is?
No idea. He's just... Hanhar. I hope there aren't any more like him. I get the impression he's not a good representative of his people, though. He's the equivalent of a mad calf hound among Rontos. Some of Voga the Hutt's men said Hanhar killed his own tribe, but those two crud thugs lie every time they open their mouths, so who knows?
So he was a slave?
Well, not for long. Once off planet, Hanhar escaped from the Zerka slavers, then killed them all.
Why was he wearing those cuffs?
I don't know. I always thought he just liked using them as weapons.
Sounds like Zerka deserved it. It's good he broke free. Nothing deserves to be caged.
Well, before you get too proud of him, Hanhar figured Zerka had the right idea. I don't think he understood the concept of slavery before, at least on the scale that Zerka practiced it. But now he did. You ever hear of Dursan 3? Or the ID cluster colonies?
Weren't they destroyed?
Right. That's because Hanhar happened. He makes what happened to his homeworld look like an exercise in community building. He's not a bounty hunter. He's a slaver. A predator. It's like he's out to enslave or kill every human in the galaxy, like he's trying to settle some huge score or debt. I don't get it, but he's dangerous.
So how do you factor in? Who did he work with, actually?
Anyone who paid credits. And sometimes, he just hunted humans for sport. The ones who survived, he sold to the exchange, to the Hutts, to anyone who'd buy bodies. Living or dead. He and Voga used to do big credit transactions. That Hutt really liked the look of unwrinkled humans for some reason. Didn't make him too popular with the other Hutts, let me tell you.
So how do you factor in?
I was prey. And not only did I escape, but I saved his life while doing it. He's been hunting me ever since.
He wants to capture you?
I don't pretend to understand it, but among his people, they have these codes of honor. But somewhere along the line, Hanhar's got twisted. His people form these things called life debts. If you save the life of one of them, they pledge themselves to you.
Doesn't sound too bad.
Well, with Hanhar, he can't escape that life debt. It's bred into him. But he hates every other living thing in the galaxy, so pledging himself to someone else, especially a human, was unbearable. So when I saved his life, it was the worst thing I could do. It was like slavery all over again. But it was in his head. It was like it pushed him over the edge.
What do you mean?
A life debt to Hanhar is a death sentence. He'll hunt you until you're dead. When I saved his life, it meant he had to kill me. And so he kept chasing me in hopes I would die. I think the fact I showed him mercy after hating humans for so long, that was something he couldn't stand.
What if someone else saved his life? Would he try to kill them?
Probably. But if he had multiple life debts, especially to humans, Hanhar would probably go mad. He was angry before, sure, but he'd be 10 times worse if that happened.
Any regrets that he's gone?
Oh, I'm glad he's gone. It's like a weight off my shoulders. I don't have to keep watching my back every minute, wondering when he's going to show up. And he always did. It's like he always knew where I was.
Well, any chance he's still alive?
Trust me, if he was still alive, he'd be chasing us even now, waiting to ambush us when we least expect it. And he always shows up at the worst possible time. He was one of the best bounty hunters on Nar Shaddaa. Hanhar never gives up on his prey. or his life debts. He's a hunter. He's a natural predator.
So how did you save his life?
Well, as happens on Nar Shaddaa, I made someone mad. Mad enough for them to send Hanhar after me. Turns out they were even able to get him cheap. He'd heard about me and wanted to hunt me down, for sport. He didn't think I'd be much of a challenge.
And you proved them wrong.
Well, he tried to box me down in vents beneath the Nar Shaddaa docks, and he'd set one too many proximity mines to cover the escape routes.
So, he was trying to hem you into a minefield.
I think he'd hoped to drive me into the mines and then let them do the work. Or that I'd be too scared to try and walk through them. Thing is, I knew Hanhar's supplier, and the trigger signatures for the mines. It was pretty easy to broadcast a signal to blind their sensor receptors for a minute or two. I figured that would buy me enough time to move through them and get away.
Sending out a jamming signal for proximity mines isn't a simple trick.
No, it isn't. I spent most of my childhood hauling mines and munitions. Got to know my way around them. If I hadn't, I wouldn't be here right now.
What happened with Hanhar and the mines?
Like I said, I disarmed the trigger fuses for enough of the mines to get by, temporarily. And Hanhar was pretty fast on my trail. I just made it to safety when he hit the first one. The blast leveled the entire ventilation section, and Hanhar was caught right in the middle, and he survived. Barely.
Barely.
He was crawling around, blinded from the flash and the plasma burns. And it happened so fast, and all the blood had been scabbed and crusted from the flash. I had the drop on him, and even blind, he knew it. He could still hear me. My ears were ringing from the blast, but I could hear him. I think he was begging me to let him live. His voice, it wasn't a roar, more like an echo of it. I suppose I should have killed him, but I couldn't do it. He was in pain, and he was helpless. So I dragged him out of there enough to get him to safety, and he kept hunting me ever since. He said he'd pursue me to the edge of the galaxy. No matter where I ran, he would find me and break me. That I would always be prey.
Well, sometimes it is stronger to spare a life than take it.
Maybe. I've thought about that moment. A lot. Wondered if I would do things differently if I had another chance. Go ahead, now. Yeah, more or less. Although it's what... Me? Take... As... They tell after... Maybe? Yeah, that... So... I'm ready. Yeah. What's got... Yeah. Maybe one day, I'll let you.
Come with me then, and let me show you what Cray showed me.
Alright, but... I doubt you're gonna show me anything I don't already know. And when you show me, don't act like a tourist. It attracts predators.
Alright, Mira. One way or another, you will become a...
How may I serve?
Good to go.
I haven't heard anything.
What's wrong? Why are you stopping?
This is the place that Kreia showed me, where you can feel Nar Shaddaa around you, where you can feel the Force.
No, I don't believe in the Force. It's Jedi tricks, sleight of hand.
The Force is who you are. It's everything around us.
All right. It's not gonna hurt, is it?
No, but it may help you put... may help you put life and old soaps in perspective. Feel the currents here on Nar Shaddaa, the ebb of life. A simple kindness can be given to another.
Feel the currents here on Nar Shaddaa, the ebb of life. A simple kindness can be given to another.
This is the Force. In all our choices, from present to the smallest effect, from the greatest to smallest affect each other, and the echoes travel.
This is the Force, and all our choices, from the greatest to the smallest, affect each other, and the echoes travel.
Awaken, Mira.
I can feel this planet. I can't shut it out. It's louder now, it hurts. All these people.
I can train you, Mira, to become something greater, and to protect others.
That's what I want. I'm sure of it more than anything. I want to become like you. I want to be strong. I don't want to be afraid or alone anymore. I don't want to keep running and looking and never feel like I'm finding what I'm looking for. I am tired of being hunted. When the galaxy takes something from me, I want the power to let go. And I want the power to heal the echo when it's gone.
One can live their whole life with such echoes, Mira, but I can teach you to accept them.
That sounds all right, from where I'm standing.
Very well. Another Jedi. Feels wrong to an extent. Like I'm manipulating all of them. Well, because the truth is, I am manipulating them. And that is, well, you can argue highly immoral, and it is highly immoral. She's a Jedi Sentinel. Oh, great, now I get another character to level up. Well, I'll need to increase her. She's got a good amount of intelligence, her constitution is fairly low, her charisma is non-existent. Okay, powers, I'll give her... More skills, more skills. She's got a lot of capability with skills, and she starts with quite a lot of them. I probably could get her stealth off, but there's no point in it at the moment. Okay. Power-wise, I'll go Valor. Alright, I'll need to increase her security. Mira is probably one of the better characters that you actually have. At least in the sense of sending her on her own. As a support companion, not so much, but if she's on her own, she can handle quite a few things. Alright, let's make her tougher. Force Valor, improve Force Valor. Skills, more skills. Awareness, security. I'll need to increase that security by quite a bit. Might want to get power attack, but for now I need to increase her dual wield capability. Okay, more dual wield. She's level 19. She's not quite there yet in terms of fully. Alright, chain lining. How many levels do I actually have? 21, so I'm reaching close to the end. Alright, then I will increase her strength by a bit more. Powers. So I'll only have the ability to get one more feat. Oh, never mind. Okay, fine. So there is another Jedi. Well, yeah, that's the reason I want to increase her strength. And her constitution eventually. Okay. You know, it's interesting because it doesn't restrict her first powers, that armor of hers. Which says quite a bit about her. I mean, it increases her resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, has 5%, 5. And I suppose you're really designed. But no, I'll give her this. She needs to increase her charisma.
I wanted to say thanks for what you showed me on Nar Shaddaa. It's gonna take some time to let it sink in, but thanks. I feel alive.
You've taken the first step into a much larger world.
It's strange, but it feels right somehow, like a piece inside me just clicked into place. Talk. Alright. Feels better to be back here, not cooped up on that ship. Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of the biggest cesspits. It's got no arguments here. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, something. Talk.
Apparently, well, I guess I need to go back to the ship if I want to teach her all the force techniques that I have. They're useful. I also need more lightsabers. Getting a hand on any lightsaber, though, is a pretty tricky affair, so any chance, any opportunity that you have to do so, you should probably take it.
Yeah, so this better. Got it. Yeah, something wrong. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, something. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, so. Yeah. I'll ignore that little crack next time you need some covering fire. What did you want to show me? Alright. Yeah, something. Yeah. Well, all I need is my rocket launcher and some rockets. I'll ignore. Alright. Yeah, something. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, something wrong. Yeah. Alright.
There is some...
Oh, I screwed up here. You're right, I have never felt
I understand now why others followed you to war. Perhaps that is what leadership is. And it is something I have seen in only a few during my travels. In any event, it has been some time since I traveled with a Jedi, nor one so firmly upon the path. I wanted to thank you. I fear the stories that were spoken of you have misrepresented you. And if I have the opportunity, I shall reverse them whenever they arise.
I thank you for your kind words, but they are not necessary.
Very well. Then I shall keep my favorable opinions to myself. Yes? I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins. Of course. It would be my pleasure.
Alright, meditation. Okay.
I try to treasure these moments before the next. Yes, is that...
Okay, so I can't... Well, I suppose it's because I'm a Sentinel.
Something up?
I can teach Atten some stuff.
Oh, yeah? Alright.
Yeah. I'm a Sentinel, he is not. Nor is Beodor. So many Jedi. Wait, didn't I equip... Hold on. No, I didn't. Apparently I forgot.
my life.
My life for yours. Okay.
Yes.
Nothing I can teach him.
Query.
I don't need anyone killed. Well, actually, no. There's that old woman in the cargo, in the crew bay, crew quarters that could use a blaster bolt to the face. Maybe. But not right now. I still have use of her. Still, be ready. There will come a time when that will be necessary. Alright, back on Dantooine. I may need to acquire some weapons from the merchant. So, HK and Goto. How about that?
Yes. Ready to serve.
Wait, he doesn't have his weapon anymore? What the hell? Oh, I guess in... This is weird. Wait, that's not something I'm gonna give to him. Obviously. Well. He's gonna get the other one. Interesting. He's gone neutral. I'm curious. I'm thinking that I maxed out my influence with him though. So I'll remove Goto and get Atten maybe.
Acknowledgement.
Alright, skills. Powers. Battle meditation could be useful. I need more light side points though.
Halt, settler. This is a restricted area. How the hell did you get through the Kinrath? You should leave.
Why are you holding Master Vrook prisoner?
He's a Jedi Master? Well, the bounty's gonna be that much sweeter then. Nar Shaddaa is paying extremely well for Jedi, especially if they're alive. I'm gonna say this nice and simple for your little calf-hurting head. Unless you want to wind up dead, leave now.
I don't want to fight, but I can't let you take Vrook to Nar Shaddaa.
I warned you, but I'm glad you didn't listen. Attack, men!
Always rushing into action without thinking of the consequences. What? You're expecting thanks? Khonda is in danger, and you've ruined the best chance of averting a full-scale conflict.
All is a pleasure, Vrook. I see you still have your cheery disposition.
Is this a joke to you? People's lives are at stake. Every action has consequences, no matter how small or insignificant they seem. And even the smallest choice has the potential for harm. The Mandalorian Wars was proof of this. Intentions mean nothing if a greater tragedy is caused.
Is this the same careful timing you were counting on in the Mandalorian Wars?
Did you think rushing into battle against the Mandalorians did anything but bring more harm to the galaxy? It only served to bring about a second war more dangerous than the first. Countless Jedi died in both conflicts, and everyone who followed Revan and Malak died or returned to the dark side. Except, conveniently, you.
By the time the Council acted, the Republic would have been torn apart.
Disobeying the Jedi Council brought about more destruction than the Mandalorian Wars ever could. Countless Jedi lost, the Republic broken. Enough of this. This is not the time for such arguments. The mercenaries have allied themselves with the Exchange and are planning to attack Khonda. They've been holding off for the right moment. And now, since they lost their captive Jedi, they'll attack immediately. I'm going to try to reach Administrator Adari. Time is of the essence.
I want to see if I can potentially gain some reputation with, or influence, I suppose. Actually, I'll remove Aten. Who needs Aten, right? When you've got Force Lightning that just two-shots everyone. Well, who needs an army? I am an army. But there is a potential dialogue option here. I mean, I can force persuade them, I suppose.
I'm not...
Open the cage, let the Jedi out.
What? That's a Jedi trick. We trained against that during the war. It's a Jedi, man. Kill her before she tries something else.
Always is ever
so they want to turn Dantooine into an exchange world. Well, that wouldn't benefit anyone, really. A criminal organization? Let's give the galaxy to the criminals, I suppose. No. I mean, if the Sith were an option to side with them, well, I guess you can, but the Republic, it's either you support the Republic or you don't. Seems to me like that. There's no other option.
You are the Jedi I've heard reports of, and I am Azkul, leader of the mercenaries on Dantooine.
What do you want?
Straight to the point. I like that. I will be equally direct. I am planning to take Khonda, and you're going to help me.
What's in it for me?
According to my reports, I have 4 times as many soldiers as the militia, and I'm committed to taking Khonda. It is inevitable that I will succeed. If you wish to avoid my men eradicating the people of Dantooine, you will make it easier for me to take Khonda. Of course, I will pay well for your services.
What do you have in mind?
There are many ways someone with your abilities can aid us. Before the action begins, I have 2 main tasks in mind for you. Disable the gun turrets and the traps.
So, you want me to destroy the gun turrets?
Deal with the turrets, however you see fit. Just keep them from pestering my men. Decide quickly. I have a slaughter to plan.
Okay. What about the traps?
When the militia learns of our attack, They will plant traps around the entrances to Khonda. Disable them. Decide quickly. I have a slaughter to plan.
I'll help you.
Return to me when you are ready for us to begin our assault. I warn you not to keep me waiting. Are you ready? You don't need to know. Suffice it to say, people much more powerful than you or I are paying a great deal of credits to have the job done. I'm not your friend, Jedi. If you're looking for stories, go read a data pad. You'd better reconsider. I can't have a Jedi interfering with my plans. There is a considerable bounty on your kind that I will collect on unless you're working for me.
Die.
Statement. I approve of your style, Master.
Men, I trust you can handle this Jedi.
Doubt it. There's 5 of them, and 1 of me. You have no chance.
Acknowledgement.
Well, they killed me before I could really use the Force lightning. I suppose I could manipulate my way through all of this.
Are you ready? Men, I trust you can handle this Jedi.
Wrong option. I want influence with HK, that's why I'm choosing this. I'm gonna side with Khonda anyway.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Okay. A couple of dark side points won't change the damn thing.
Are you ready? Fine. You will be paid.
Statement.
Men, I trust you can handle this Jedi.
I doubt they can. Wait, the wrong one. Wrong one. Fuck, I screwed up.
Systems.
I mean, you can manipulate them if you so desire. Okay. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay, back to Khonda.
Charanana.
Okay.
Ready. Yes, Master.
Okay, going inside. Let's have this battle.
I see you have found the elusive Master Vrook. He's told me that his rescue complicated our situation to some degree. I can't say that I anticipated that. I thank you for finding him, though. Vrook has informed me that the mercenaries devised a plan of attack to annihilate Khonda itself. I must ask for your aid again, Jedi. Zeron says that even with a plan, the mercenaries have to gather their forces, then coordinate their assault. So we still have time. I'm afraid the militia has not been adequately trained for the task that befalls them.
Who knows about the attack?
Right now, just us and the militia. I don't want to create a needless panic. But be assured I will make sure that all civilians are warned in time so they can get to safety. Though if we lose this battle, nowhere on Dantooine will be safe for settlers for long.
What can I do to help?
Our militia is effective at peacekeeping, but isn't prepared for a full-scale battle. If you can do anything to ready them for the reality of it, that would be helpful. Besides that, look around Khonda and see what you can do to strengthen our defenses. I know that we don't have the perimeter turrets online, and that alone could make a significant difference. Zeron says there is a considerable chance they will breach Khonda itself. Anything you can do to slow them down could turn the tide of battle.
Can you give me anything to help?
I have instructed the militia and other Khonda personnel that you are to be provided with anything that can be spared. Unfortunately, that isn't much. Our militia is effective at peacekeeping. Besides, here is a MasterCard key that will open all of the security doors inside Khonda. Anything that might aid you in your task, please use. Soon, all the civilians will be evacuated. So if you have any business with them, I suggest you take care of it. Whenever you are ready to finalize the defenses, talk with Zeron.
I was right about you. You are trouble. But you might just be the right sort of trouble we need. The mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize, so you have time to do what you need. Or are you ready to finalize the defense plans? We could use people handy with a blaster. Getting people to join the militia for a short stint would be good. We also got a lot of things that could use fixing. It isn't glamorous, but that type of work sometimes makes a load of difference. Just look around. Plenty to be done. Off the top of my head, the 3 turrets outside Khonda are on the blink. They went haywire the other day and wounded some of my men, so we took them offline. The men who were wounded by the turrets are holed up in the med lab, but our medic droid is busted, so they're healing slowly. I've had some men lay traps around Khonda, but nobody here really specializes in demolitions. I'm sure there's some gaps that could be filled. The side security door to Khonda has been malfunctioning as long as I've been here. It may be best to just seal it off lockdown so nobody gets through. We got some broken assault droids that have been collecting dust for the last 5 years. If they were working, it would help a lot with interior defense. If I had it my way, I'd recruit any citizen of Khonda that can hold a blaster. But it's hard to convince peaceful farmers to fight, maybe die for a cause. When you're ready, come back and we can talk about the final plans to defend Khonda.
You heard what the administrator said. Each of us has to do what they can to aid in the defense of Khonda. See where you can lend a hand. We'll have time to talk more when this is all over.
Thanks for the help. I plan on going back to the farm shortly. Since you're asking me, I suppose I could. I figure I still owe you for helping me with my thief problem. Zeron has asked me several times before to join the militia, I expect he's going to be very pleased.
Alright, let me reactivate the droids. Oh. That's something I need to deal with. Alright. Here's the droids. Parts for experience, pretty much. Okay. 3 assault droids.
Zeron was right about the mercenaries all along.
Yeah, well. Yeah, reprogrammed to attack only.
Insorana Jenish Melaka Wachino so impos mo.
Okay. I wonder if there's any way to seal that door though. Right.
Charanana Gundoso. Charanana Gund. Terewana Jun Konata de la. They're into.
Instilling fear is a reminder of who truly wields power.
query?
I think I need influence with HK more than I need influence with Goto. Let me just remove him then.
Charan. Derwin.
Observation.
Yeah, that works. So you can only gain influence with one of them at a time. And I don't really need influence with Goto anyway. I need influence with HK though.
Charanan.
Okay.
Observation.
Thorium charges. Good. Very well.
Acknowledgement.
Honor is mine.
So what feats I give her now? She's got a full dual wield. Maybe a character with some critical strike would not be so bad, but I'm gonna increase her toughness for a moment. Alright, I'm gonna go talk with the mercenaries now. Just remember, you can still go to their camp. Yeah, gaps in your mind layer. I can't imagine the gaps in the bloody middle of the whole thing. Anyway, Khonda. I've put up some formidable defenses. Now, just gotta talk with that guy.
I don't suppose you're here to hire us. It's been a long time since we've had a paying job. Some of us are getting jumpy. Most of us are the really skilled usually wind up here. A Scintiate by the name... We have... Now... We... What if... You... So... We have to live... There's a... Just make sure these settlers... It galls me to think we fought. They're on their own. She's got...
Oh, so it doesn't actually work. I was thinking I could perhaps persuade them or something along those... Nope. This isn't about where you're living, is it? This is really about the credits from the exchange. If you hand Dantooine to them on a silver platter. So, yeah, I compromised the base security for the sake of credits. Also to make the battle more interesting, I suppose. Alright.
You'll find little... Yeah, I guess so. I'm not too fond of my job, but it's better than the job I'd have if the Mercs took over. I'll report to Zeron for militia duty.
Okay, there's no one else. Or there is... I won't like doing this though. The salvagers. Though with the one I killed inside the base, I'd be full light side if I hadn't been a prick over the last couple of hours though. That's however, do I care? Not really. All part of the game.
Jaren knew the risks. He wouldn't... What? Who is... You aren't serious, are you? I'll assume it's a joke, because you don't look that dumb. No, I won't join any flaming militia.
Okay, I've done all I can. Well, maybe the other one that I killed could have joined it, but... doesn't matter at this point. Don't know who else I could recruit. Don't think there's anyone else. Okay, Costin here on Serious Gaming, signing out. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. The Battle of Khonda is about to begin shortly.